What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with some pretty exciting Destiny 2 news and some updates to talk about inside of this video. So today we should initially mention that Bungie were live on the GCX event stream, and of course this is this year's version of what was previously GuardianCon. And with everything being live streamed this year, Bungie jumped in and shared some pretty cool artwork, as well as raising a ton of money for the St. Jude's Children's Charity, which is really awesome. But also inside of that stream, they gave us a couple of little previews for some content that we'll be seeing in Beyond Light. So we get a look at a new legendary weapon, as well as a new exotic, and some concept stuff associated with Stasis, which are going to be our new set of abilities we'll see in September. And so we'll round up all of that stuff, which is pretty exciting. But then we also have this week at Bungie, they speak about an update that we're going to be getting later on this month, a brief tease to an update we'll get in July, and then we have patch notes for the hotfix that we had today in the game as well. So we do have quite a few things to round up and talk about inside of this video. We've even got a preview of the Ruinous Effigy and the exotic relic weapons that it drops in this video as well. So guys, if you do enjoy this one, a rating down below really does help me out. But without further delay, let's get into it. So initially from the GCX stream, and of course you can check out more streams if you want to support the GCX event and the St. Jude's Children's Charity, so I'll link Bungie's blog and information about that down below. But inside of the stream they shared some pretty cool stuff, and initially a bit of a concept preview for Stasis right here, with some explanation from Bungie, so check this out.
Stasis ability coming up in fall, and we got this from our good friend Dima. There are a bunch of notes. I don't know if you can read these things, so I'll try to read them for you. Hoarfrost shapes reappear at the termination points of solid stasis blocks. Stasis has areas of low and high translucency. Primary solid form rises from the center and retains the shape, language, and the energy footprint. These cosmetic particles then flash, freeze, and retain the shape of the energy footprint. This reaction is fast and violent. Solid stasis initially appears as a cosmic energy footprint.
Pretty cool to get a peek at that, but really exciting. Up next they shared a new legendary weapon that we'll see in Beyond Light, so check this clip out.
So what you can see on your screen, it is a legendary. It is a weapon, and it is coming in Beyond Light. We aren't going to be sharing names. We aren't going to be sharing details. I can't wait to see the speculation on what kind of a weapon this is, because I'm not going to tell you. But yeah, there you go. This is going to be the Europa theme for legendary weapons. Hope this gets you excited for what's coming.
Of course, they give us a bit of an explanation. I wonder if we're looking potentially at a scout or a pulse rifle or something. That's what I'm thinking, but let us know down below. However, DMG confirmed that this is essentially the theme for the Europa set of weapons, so that's also pretty exciting. So that is our first Beyond Light weapon right there. Let us know what you think. Next though, Luke Smith confirmed something very exciting on the stream, and this is about a returning exotic, and one that's been spoken about a little bit over the past few months. But he confirmed that Hawkmoon will finally be returning to Destiny 2 in the fall of this year, and I'm sure that raises many questions, but here's what he had to say about it.
And this fall, we're going to kind of complete that holy trinity from D1 with Hawkmoon. And I'm imagining an image is going to be shown. Yeah. So before people wonder about Luck in the Chamber, talk about Luck in the Chamber a minute, the OG Hawkmoon had the interesting and sometimes annoying property of all of the bullets stacking into one and then zonking someone and deleting them in PvP, and then you kind of wonder, like, what the hell happened? And that randomness of Hawkmoon is kind of a defining property emotionally for the gun. But the team has envisioned a bold new direction for Hawkmoon that's going to move the randomness in a different direction off of the damage, so there's no Luck in the Chamber or holding Ace's perks for it. And I think we'll probably talk more about that, you know, as we get a little closer to launch. Everyone who's everyone's working real hard on Destiny 2 Beyond Light right now, and you know, there's not a lot of extra time to unveil a bunch of stuff about that, and we're still working on it too. Like, you know, we're playtesting Hawkmoon. I've been running it all week in my Beyond Light playtests, and I know the team's looking at awesome ways to keep enhancing it. You know, thank you so much for the donations, and again, like the team's doing all the work here on Hawkmoon, and it's going to be super sweet when it comes out. And you know, we're gonna make sure that it's got a great path to acquire and reacquire, if you will.
And so right there, obviously the weapon was looking pretty awesome. And Luke Smith said that they're taking the weapon in a new direction, so no more Luck in the Chamber, more kind of random amounts of massive damage. Although they said that they want to try and keep the body of the weapon and the concept behind the weapon still intact. So that's going to be very interesting in itself, but also, he said that we'll be looking to create a really cool path to actually earn the weapon, so pretty much confirms that it's going to be a quest weapon. On top of the other things that we've seen about Beyond Light, we now know that a quest for the returning Hawkmoon is going to be something else to look forward to, which is certainly very exciting. So give us your thoughts about that one down in the comment section, guys. Now though, for the patch that's dropped today in the game, of course this is update 2.9.01, and initially, for controller remapping, they said they fixed an issue where sprint would cancel if players press the sprint action multiple times, so finally, that sprint issue should be sorted out, but also we have some sandbox changes as well. So for Antaeus wards, they've removed the super energy bonus and increased sprint time required in order to activate that bonus. Next, there are some fixes for mods as well, so they fixed a problem where the Season of Arrivals mods were available to equip without players first unlocking them, an issue where the Breach Resonator artifact mod was not granting its benefits when equipped. Also the same for the Guardian Angel artifact armor mod, and then for Volatile Conduction, they fixed a problem where it had the wrong buff text and icon while its perk was active. They also fixed some issues with the overhead heal finisher, as well as the aerial snap kick finisher. And then for activities, a problem where players are unable to progress in the Season of Arrivals intro quest due to a full inventory of Umbral engrams. And they fixed a problem where visible holes were still present in the EDZ terrain where the Seraph Towers were. And then for investment, they fixed an issue where Prime engrams rewarded Hunter armor to Warlocks, a problem where the bonus clan bounty would not gain progress from Grandmaster Nightfall completions, and they removed the collections badge requirement for the Dredgen title, and so you no longer need the collections badge in order to actually get the title. Let us know what you think about that. But they fixed a problem where players couldn't visit the lighthouse when completing a flawless passage, and Trials will return to the game tomorrow on June 19th, so the weekend of June 19th, Trials should be back and in full working order. In Twab though, they outlined that there will be another update next week, so this will be 2.9.02, and there are some fixes for controller remapping there. We're going to see a fix for Witherhoard, where it's dealing excessive amounts of damage to various bosses. There'll be a bit of a nerf there. There's a problem where solo completion of the Prophecy dungeon doesn't unlock the associated triumph, and an issue where various reward sources are dropping at 750 power rather than at the Guardian's power level. And they also fixed a problem where Tommy's Matchbook's Catalyst was disappearing from player inventories. And they point out as well that the next update is planned for early July, so they'll be giving us another patch notes preview in the next few weeks. There's also an outline of a few things worth knowing regarding pre-order bonuses for Beyond Light, so we can see an image of them right here. And all editions will get the exotic rhymed ghost shell, as well as a legendary emblem, but deluxe and collector's editions will get the exotic freeze tag emote. And they point out that the items will be available at Master Owl in the tower after you've made the pre-order. There are some extra details in there if you're curious about how any more of it works. And then they outline finally once again that armor from Last Wish and Garden of Salvation, as well as the weapons, will not experience sunsetting inside of Year 4. So once again, pieces of gear from those two particular raids will be exempt from sunsetting essentially for the next year. Something to take a look at right here for this season would be a new Season Pass trailer that Bungie posted just yesterday. One of the coolest things about the trailer being a new preview of the upcoming exotic Ruinous Effigy. So here's the full trailer if you want to check it out. As always, we see plenty of gear inside of the trailer, a pretty cool opening shot of the cradle right there, but then we see Ruinous Effigy in action, and the new exotic perk that creates transmutation spheres upon killing enemies, and this one is dropping the orb that we can see on screen, and the hunter picks it up, as we spoke about, very much like some kind of relic, and we can see that it's used as a weapon right there to kill the ogre, with potentially some kind of heavy attack, so it's pretty crazy stuff, and we know that both us and our allies will actually be able to pick them up when they're dropped, so that'll certainly be pretty exciting. But otherwise, of course, the trailer is focused on Season Pass rewards, so we see a lot of the stuff that we've seen inside of that pass now that the season has launched. A couple of extra things to touch on here though. Bungie outlined all of the silver exclusive items that are going to be dropping this season in Season of Arrivals. So basically this is a list of Eververse items that won't be sold for Bright Dust, and that'll include the emotes Leggy Dance and the Victory Shout, but also the armor ornaments Arcturus Engine, the Path to Convergence, and Hrafnagud, if that's even how you say that. And then we've got the weapon ornaments Ahead of Time, as well as the Nova Pulse, Bulwark Hurl, Slice and Dice, Set and Spike, Aerial Snap Kick, and Overhead Heel Crush finishers, and then the Depository Projection as well. However, if you're after some additional in-game loot via the Bungie store this season, Bungie have said that in Season of Arrivals, the third mark of the Collector emblem will be granted alongside any purchase in the Bungie store, so something to check out if you're interested. But also, Bungie have started to list some new lore on Bungie.net, so we're not going to go into it in full detail right here, but I'll link their news page down below where you can find some of the lore blog posts. Otherwise, for today guys, that is what we have to speak about in this video, so let us know what you think about any of the stuff we covered in Twab or from Bungie's stream today. The new previews and all that good stuff. It is going to be a pretty exciting summer, and especially when we come to the fall launch in September. It should certainly be the most exciting content drop we've had this year, so be sure to stay tuned here on the channel so I can keep you posted with news about that DLC, but also about the current seasonal content with guides, updates, and all that good stuff. And if you have enjoyed the video as well, a rating does really help me out down below guys, but otherwise, for now, whatever you get up to, thanks a lot for tuning in, and I hope you have an awesome day.